Hi, second graders. This is Mrs. Handy. I'm on myON right now, and I found this really cool book called You Can Write Some Awesome Stories by Jennifer Fandel. I think it'd be pretty cool for you guys to look this book up and read it. And I wanted to go over a few things for our language arts lesson today. As you know, we're writing small moment stories. And one of the things we're focusing on for this small moment story is really including good details in a very short story. We're trying to keep our stories down to a moment in time. One of the pages I found in this really cool story is right here, talking about details. So for today's lesson, we are going to talk about how to make your very short story a really good story. Stories don't have to be long to be good. Details. Details make sure readers understand your story. They help readers imagine how things look, smell, sound, taste, or feel. Details answer questions in readers' minds. Instead of "the boy had a pet," try "Archie had a chubby, one-eyed green parrot named Orville." Details help readers know which boy and what type of pet he owns. The boy now has a name, and readers learn what his bird Orville looks like. Now, on the bottom of the left page, you will see some vocabulary. Detail. A detail is a fact about an object. Pause and think. What detail could you add to your first sentence? Could you add a name? Could you add a color, a description, the weather? What could you add to the first sentence to help your reader picture the story? Fast fact. Words that describe people, places, or things are called adjectives. In the example, chubby, one-eyed, and green are adjectives. These words describe the parrot. What adjectives could you add to your sentences? People, places, and things are called nouns, and adjectives describe the nouns. Something else you can add as a detail to your story is a time and a place. When you add time and a place, you're talking about the setting. Every story happens sometime and somewhere. The setting tells readers when and where a story happens. Use your senses to make a place come alive. Kids packed the cafeteria. Trays clattered. The smell of fish sticks filled the room. In this example, the setting is a crowded, noisy cafeteria. Because the room is full and smells like food, it's probably lunchtime. Our vocabulary word for this page is setting. The setting is when and where a story happens. Here's an exercise to try. Create a setting, such as an amusement park or zoo. Use your 5 senses. List the things you see when you walk through the gate. Is it daytime or nighttime? What time of year is it? What do you hear? What do you smell, taste, or feel? Now you see this beautiful photo on the page, and they have described sticky cotton candy. That's a feel. Bright sun. That's what you see. Rainbow-colored rides. That is also what you see. Screaming and laughing are things you hear. Hot dogs, you could smell or taste those. And booming, thumping music. Again, good descriptions of what you might hear. Both of these pages, when we're talking about details and setting, add wonderful images to our writing without adding more time or more events. For this story we are writing, friends, we want it to remain nice and short. And we want to make it rich with details and descriptions so that our story comes off the page and your reader can picture it. Plot is what we've already talked about. We've already drafted our sentences. We should have nice sentences with a beginning, middle, and end. We should have met the characters, and we should know most of what happens. But what we want to focus on is going back and making that plot feel really special for your reader so that they can picture it. Add those details. Is there a chubby, one-eyed green parrot in your story? You never know. But Mrs. Handy, Mrs. Durr, and Mrs. Hernandez would love to hear all about your adventures. And we would love to hear all of the details that you add. So for today's lesson, boys and girls, you're going to be looking at your drafted sentences and you're going to continue adding details or changing details and looking for ways that you can make your story come alive. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.